Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. This is lecture number 3 of soil science course. In this lecture we will study about soil forming minerals and soil forming rocks. So let's start from the minerals. We have different kind of minerals which actively involved in the formation of soil. So rocks are composed of the minerals, and these minerals are converted into the soil, and most rocks in the solar system are composed from the few basic minerals as described here. The number one is quartz. Quartz mineral is usually glassy and clear, means visible, white and maybe gray, but can be almost any color. Its color may be different. And quartz is an important component of most of the rocks and sand. So this is one of the minerals. Then feldspar. Feldspar is usually bright pink color or chalky white, and this mineral is common in granitic rocks. Granite rocks are made up of feldspar minerals mostly. Then the mineral pyroxene. Pyroxene is usually small black rectangular crystal, and it is mostly involved in the formation of igneous rocks. Okay, and last mineral is olivine. Olivine is green mineral and is the most important mineral in Earth's mantle. The mantle is the second most layer of the second topmost layer of the Earth after the crust. So the olivine mineral is a good quality mineral, and it has a gem quality, and it is usually called peridot. So these are the four kind of minerals which are important and are actively involved in the soil formation. Okay, next are the soil forming rocks. So here we will study three kind of rocks, and there may be subtypes of rocks under each kind of rock. So the number one is igneous rock. Igneous rocks are composed from liquids that cooled down and crystallize on the surface of the soil or inside the soil or inside the lithosphere. So these rocks are most common rocks on the planetary surfaces. We can observe these rocks here and there in the mountainous areas like in Gilgit-Baltistan. We can easily identify the rocks of this kind. So these have further two types. One is the extrusive rock, the other one is intrusive rock. Extrusive rocks are formed from the lava when it is when the lava is cooled down or its temperature decreases, and it is converted into the solid form on the surface of the land. So if the lava emerge on the surface of the land and then cool down, then extrusive rocks are formed. So example of the extrusive rock is basalt. Okay. Then is the intrusive rocks. So as the name indicates, this is formed inside the soil or inside the lithosphere when the lava uh, not emerge on the surface, but it is a magma. When the magma is cooled down in below the surface inside the soil or inside the lithosphere, then the intrusive rocks are formed. So example of the intrusive rock is granite. Below are the synapse of these rocks. On the left side there is a synapse of basalt, and on the right side synapse of the granite. So both basalt and granite belongs to the igneous category, and these can easily be identified here and there around us in Gilgit-Baltistan. And these are very important rocks which take part in the process of the soil formation. Okay. So next kind of type of the rocks is the sedimentary rock. Sedimentary rocks are the accumulations of weathered bits of other rocks. So as the name indicates, sedimentary is from sediment or particle. So these rocks are formed from different particles of the other rocks. So if we observe these rocks, we can identify from their structure that it is made up of different particles or different components from other rocks. So particles of the other rocks are weathered bits of other rocks joined together to form the sedimentary rocks. So example of the sedimentary rocks is sandstone, limestone and shale are good examples of the sedimentary rocks. So sandstone, limestone, you can guess that these are the whitish in color, and we can identify them. Often these sediments are laid down in the layers. They form different layers, and sedimentary rocks preserve these layers. So layering is common in these rocks. However, not all sedimentary rocks are layered, and layering can be present in other rocks as well. So, but the main identification is that its parts are joined from other rocks, other type of rocks like the igneous rocks and metamorphic rocks. So water does not need to be present in weathered rocks, but many sedimentary rocks form in water environment. So these rocks are formed in watery environment in the presence of the water. They are formed in the rivers or around the rivers, streams, nalas. Okay, we can observe. Sedimentary rocks can also form from sand dunes in rivers and on the ocean floor. Sand dunes we can find in the desert areas, and these rocks may be created from this sand. Okay, so here the pictures of limestone and sandstone are given, and these both rocks belongs to the group of sedimentary rocks, and you can observe their structure, and they might have that multiple color in a piece, and they might have the different structural